Okay, so you may or may not have seen recently a video that I released reviewing a Thomson Streaming Box 270 UK Plus, one of these. The link is in the description below and there should be a link to it on screen now. Now, I've had it for just over a week, so I'm going to go through how I'm getting on with it. Also, a couple of people had left some comments asking a couple of questions about the device. So I'm going to tell you how I've got on with this so far, being in the UK for the past week. Don't forget to like this video, share it and subscribe to my channel. Doing these three things help us make more great videos for you. So as I say, I bought one of these Thomson Streaming Box 270 UK Plus boxes. This is a Google TV box. It's a good contender as a replacement for the Fire TV Stick. Now, it's more powerful than the Fire TV Stick. It's got an unrestricted Google TV operating system inside it. So none of this disabling apps and not being able to release them and get them working again. It's got a great processor inside it. It's got 32 gigabytes of storage, 3 gigabytes of RAM, so it really does run like lightning. But really the main focus of this video is to tell you how I'm getting on with it by using it in the UK. Now, I have noticed a couple of people have reviewed this device, but they don't actually have it. They've just had a look on certain websites, looked at the specification, thought, well, it's just the same as an ONN box in America, so a lot of the UK apps aren't going to work with it out of the box. You've got to sideload it. But to my surprise, when I got it, no, I did find that a lot of UK apps did work. So let's just show you the screen. So here we go. Here's the apps I've got installed on there. Now, I did notice when I turned the device on, once I set it up, I'd already got ITVX, Channel 4 and Channel 5 already installed on there. And again, to my surprise, they all worked. Now, ITVX on the ONN box that I've got didn't work out of the box. I had to sideload it. 4 and 5 did work. BBC iPlayer, that's a different story. I could not find BBC iPlayer in the App Store, so I did have to sideload it. That's available on my website. Download code 21203. I've got other apps on here like YouTube, or that's pretty much standard. That will come with it anyway because it's a Google TV box. But other apps I've tried on here are Plex, Pluto, Tubi. They all seem to work no problem here in the UK. Also, you've got down the bottom here, you've got channels. So as long as you've got the apps installed, then you can view these channels. Like for instance, if I want to view ITV1, I just go down to channels, ITV1. Now, obviously, I can't actually show you this simply because I don't have the rights, but if I go into that, it will take me into ITVX and it will start playing ITV1. There you go. Unfortunately, I've had to blur it out because I simply can't show you that, unfortunately, due to rights restrictions. But let's just come back. You've also got STV, ITV2, ITV3. Now, Quest, and really, I've found you've got the icons on there, but unfortunately, to stream those, you do need a subscription to Discovery Plus, I'm afraid. Okay, so another question that was asked is about the BBC iPlayer. Now, if you go into the BBC iPlayer, will it play 4K stuff or ultra high definition? Well, unfortunately, none of these programs here are labeled with UHD, which means they're in 4K. Now, that never happened on my Firestick either under the BBC iPlayer. The only apps, or the only BBC iPlayer apps that I've found it does work on are the BBC iPlayer apps that are already built in to my smart TV. Unfortunately, like I say, the Firestick, nor does this seem to offer you any 4K content. Let us know though in the comments down below if you have managed to get ultra high definition content working on your Thomson box. It could just be it's just not compatible with my TV. I know I've got a Sony TV. Sometimes Sony TVs and other devices can be a little bit finicky. Now, the other things I'm not sure about is, and I'm pretty sure I know the answer, I'm pretty sure the answer is yes, I haven't got a Netflix account to test it but the app is there. It does work worldwide. Prime Video, that seems to work certainly for the freebie stuff. I don't have a Amazon Prime account, but I've tried going into the freebie bits on there, and that does seem to work absolutely no problem. Again, unfortunately, I can't show you that because I just simply don't have the rights, but believe you me, these channels do work. Other things I've not been able to test out is Discovery Plus, because I don't have a Discovery Plus account, and also Now TV. I've got the app on there and the Discovery app. They both load on and seem to sort of work as far as I can test them, but I can't actually try streaming anything because I don't have an account. But certainly, as I say, virtually all UK apps, or all the UK apps that I've tried on here, do seem to work. The only one I had a slight problem with is, like I say, the BBC iPlayer. I just simply had to sideload that from my website, download a code 21203, but that seemed to work no problem. Now, another thing I noticed was on the remote control, I thought I'd try this, there is a TV button for live TV. When you push that, if you're in the UK, because there's no live TV service associated with that, you can actually create a shortcut. So you can go and select a favourite app to map to that button there, which is fantastic because that means you've got two buttons you can do that with. You've got the star button on the top just there. I don't know if you can see that just there, that star button, that allows you to customize an app. Now, unfortunately, the apps that you can choose are not side-loaded apps, so it's got to be an official app that's loaded from the Play Store. So, for instance, if I wanted to assign ITVX to that, I can select it on there, go create shortcut, and there you go, guide button updated, and it said hold the guide button to change this selection. But if I just push that once, hopefully, there you go, ITVX will load. And like I say, you can do the same sort of thing with the star button on the top there too. So that gives you two buttons there that you can customize to open your own selected apps. So also I've managed to load on my VPN, NordVPN, that's no problem. With regards to the speed test, I did do a speed test on my previous video, and I didn't make it clear on why I couldn't get the full 1 gigabit on my speed test. Now, unfortunately, the router that I have isn't a Wi-Fi 6 router, so it doesn't take full advantage of the Wi-Fi capabilities of this box here. So as you can see here, I'm getting about 492 download, and the upload should be roughly about the same. But that isn't a limitation of this box, that is more a limitation of my Wi-Fi router that unfortunately will only run Wi-Fi at that maximum speed. Unfortunately, the Ethernet socket on here is only a 10100, so that'll only run at a maximum of 100 megabits per second. The other thing I've noticed on here, speaking of Wi-Fi, is that the Wi-Fi on here is just phenomenal compared to the Firestick. I plugged this into a TV, which normally a Firestick just would not work in that area full stop, or if it did, it was extremely slow. I plugged this in and I actually got 135 megabits download and about 260 upload in that area. Whereas, like I say before now, the Firestick, when I plugged it in, it just would not get a connection at all through the Wi-Fi. In terms of storage on the device, as I say, it comes with 32 gigabytes of inbuilt storage, but out of the box, you only got 23 gigabytes of usable space. That is simply because obviously the formatting of the device uses a bit of storage. That usually leaves you with about 28, 29 gigabytes after it's been formatted. Also, the preloaded apps and the Google TV operating system does take a bit of space. So looking at it, I've been playing with it for a week now, and I've still got 19 gigabytes available. I've only really used about 4 gigabytes of space, and I have installed quite a few apps on here so far. But so far, even though I've used 4 gigabytes and I've installed quite a few apps, the system is still running at a great speed, as you can see here, just running through the menus. The remote is still very, very responsive. So what I was going to say to you is, if you've got any questions about this, or if you've got any answers to my questions, then please let us know in the comments down below. It would be good to hear from you. So as I say, this is the Thomson Streaming Box 270 UK Plus. I bought this from Amazon. There is a link in the description down below if you want to buy one too. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, consider hitting that thanks button and making a donation to this channel. Or if you can't do that, then have a look in the description down below. We've got some great links down there for you to various things, including my Amazon shop, which contains all the things I love at the moment on Amazon: Fire TV sticks, Fire TV cubes, and VPNs. Buying, subscribing, and donating really does help support this channel. It helps me to be able to dedicate more time to spend researching to bring you these great videos. And whilst you're at my YouTube channel, why not stick around? I've got thousands of other videos for you right here, right now, covering all sorts of subjects. Hopefully, whilst you're here, you're going to find something to educate you, entertain you, amuse you, and maybe even save you some time and money. And if you do see any videos that you think your friends, your family, or your work colleagues might like to see, then please don't forget to share these videos on your social media timelines. You can check me out on X. I'm at CWTEK. You can also check out my website. It's cwtek.co.uk. Thanks for watching, and speak to you again soon.